Hey, what's up, my Liberian people? I know this was a last minute plan. I know I haven't been here for a very, very long time, but this morning when I woke up, there's this topics I just came to mind, and I just thought that we should talk about it. But before I get into this, I first want to say I haven't done any live video in a very, very long time. And the reason there are a lot of reasons, but one of the things I want to talk about is one of the reason is because I have so much going on these days. Work, mostly work. Um, Especially I have like the work that I do out here is more like broadcast media production. That's what I do for living besides Liberian TV network in the US, like Hollywood. And also I haven't traveled, I haven't done any international travel for a very long time. So I'm planning some travel. So those are some of the things I've been working on, but mostly it's about the work. I've been putting a lot of time in. By the way, enough with me, but let me get into the topic. The topic today is about um, why Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich land. I mean, anybody that ever been to Liberia, they'll tell you Liberia is paradise. The land is beautiful, good coastline, all of this. But one of the things that we haven't taken advantage of is Liberia is also rich soil. Why do we have that land, but we are not taking advantage of it? So if you think you have suggestion to this topic, come on, let's have the conversation. You can also comment. You can also ask me questions. I know some of you haven't seen me for a long time. If you have any question for me, please ask me a question. I'm going to answer that. But besides that, if you want to be part of this topic, just click on the link. The link is in the video description. The link is also, I just commented on the link. I just commented here. If you can click on the link, send us email liberiantv@gmail, and then we will actually send you the link so you can come on the show. I'm looking for a lot of people to get involved in the show because this is very interesting topic about why Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich soil. Why bag of rice costs so much when it could be so cheap. Many people are making farm in Liberia, but it's not enough to feed the entire country. It's the many people businesses import rice into Liberia, and that's why the rice is very expensive. Um, because they have to pay taxes, they have to pay shipping, they have to pay all this stuff. But if we were making farm, bag of rice won't be that expensive. I just turned my air conditioner off, and it's very expensive. It's very hot in California. I turned it off because I don't want noise to be in the background. So please, if you want to come on the topic, I put a link in the video description. Whether you are watching from Facebook, you are watching from YouTube. Our Facebook page is doing well these days. We are getting a lot of followers. So if you're watching from Facebook, you're watching from YouTube. Um, Let me know if you can find the link in the video description. Let me know so that I can send it to you, or so that I can just send us email liberiantv@gmail.com. Our channel name is Liberian TV Network, but the email is liberiantv@gmail.com. Just email us. But if you look in the video description, you should be able to see the link to click on it. And once you click on it, I will let you into StreamYard. I'm using StreamYard. I'm using a third party because I'm going live on Facebook and I'm going live on YouTube. Man, California is really hot. Like I just turned my air conditioner off and I'm sweating already. So people, if you have the best reason for this, the best answer to this question, why Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich land, please come on so we can have a conversation. Know that you're going to be on video. I'm expecting a couple of people who say they will come here, but it's this is a last minute thing. So if people don't come, I understand that. I haven't been on live for a very long time too, so Um, I've been trying to do this, but I'm supposed to do something today, but I just thought I should come here quick and do a quick live. Why are we not taking advantage of our rich soil? Because I think a lot of time when it comes to business, there are few Liberians that are doing business. 1 minute. There are a few Liberians that are doing business when it comes to business, but a lot of time I think our mindset, um, it's everybody that have little money, they want to be president, they want to be this, they want to do that. They don't see the bigger problem that we can solve. So the problem is invest in your country. It's not only about government. When I asked the question today on Facebook, somebody told me, well, ask your president why Liberians are not taking advantage of their land. Ask your president. So I say everything don't have to be about president. It doesn't always have to be about president. I'm not on Judge Weah's side, I'm not against him, but it's everything does not have to be about president. You sometimes have to, as a private individual, have to invest, make the difference in your country. Investing. When you think about the history of the United States, you see people like J.P. Morgan, Carnegie, Rockefeller. Those are people that make American, that develop the country when it comes to development. The government play a part into giving all the basic utilities such as road construction, running water, um, electricity, all these things. They are government responsibility, but when it comes to giving people job, actually it's not just government, it is private individual. So when I asked that question today, somebody came up to say, oh, you should ask your president. Well, first of all, it's not just my president, it is actually everybody president. And for me, I'm not against George Weah. I'm not in favor of him. At the end of the day, Liberia first. That's just how I roll. That's why our Liberian TV network, we show the good, we always show the bad. So if you think you have a best answer for this, come on. But I think my answer for this, why Liberians are not taking advantage of it, because when Liberian has little money, the first thing they're thinking is to become president. They are not looking at the real issues. And also, when Liberian has the opportunity to do something, instead of them going for it and doing it, they'll say, well, I'm not interested in the person who is in power, so I'm going to sit back until the person leaves power. And at the end of the day, it's been putting Liberia way back. People need to stop focusing on the negative and always focus on the positive. If you don't have interest in Josh Weir, that's cool. If you didn't have interest in Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, that's cool. By the end of the day, if you put Liberia first, if you say, you know what, even though I'm not interested in the government, but I'm gonna be a private person and do my thing. I don't have to work in the government, I don't have to work with the government. I can be a private person. Giving 1 or 2% jobs, it will make a difference in Liberia. Things that why people are not taking advantage of their homeland. There are people that have the skill. There are people that have the money. There are people that have means to go to meet investors and actually talk about Liberia and take investors to Liberia to change the economy, to make found, to become one of the best rice producer or produce some of the stuff in Liberia. But these people, some of them just sitting back, or some of them want to be president. And the thing is, when they don't become leader, the next thing you know, they become very disappointed that, oh, that country, the people don't know what they want. So I'm gonna stay away from that country. And these are some of the reasons. But if people were more focused on how they can make a difference, those that have little money to invest in the country, I think Liberia will be far up. We will appreciate what we have and we will do more in the country. I get this all the time. Like some people, when you talk about going to Liberia, oh, I'm going to Liberia soon to do this. Ah, my man, don't go to that country, man. That country, that bad country. I mean, it's bad. There's no doubt. Liberia, even working with somebody in Liberia, it's so hard. It's almost like you got to keep putting fire on them. But at the end of the day, it's still the country. You still got to do something. You got to teach people work ethic. You got to work with people. You got to keep thinking, go work with people with that mindset that says that, okay, these people don't have the mindset that I have. And if they are doing well, cool. If they're not doing well, at least you understand. But don't just say, oh, I'm not going to do something. Somebody saw one hour video on YouTube. The person said, oh, you because how the country look, and you guys want some of us to come back home when the country looks like that. And I just saw the comment, I read the comment, I laughed. Sometimes I'll respond to the comments in a positive way. Sometimes I'll just be a little sarcastic with it. But when I saw the comment, I was just thinking, on the man, this person is saying it Liberia is your country. Why should people force you to come there? Like you were saying, oh, y'all want us to come home and the country a little bad like that. So what you were saying, you want the country to be like heaven before you go there? If you feel that it's bad, you can do something. Why can't you go and do something to play a part? I mean, John Weah is not going to be in power forever. Even if you don't like it, he's not going to be in power forever. Why can't you go and play a part? By the time George Weah leave office, you still have your business there. But is it really about who is in power? Is it always should it be about who is in power always? Why can't it be about the Liberian people? Why can't it be about the country? What if you were in Liberia and you are doing something, giving 1 or 2% job, like some of us we are not there, but we are doing things that are giving 1 or 2 or 3% job. That is something. I mean, those people can put food on the table. Some of those people are going to school. They are paying their school fees. At least you are making a difference. It's not so. By the time Judge will leave office, the person probably they graduate college and they can do something too. So my thing is, I mean, it shouldn't always be about this. I'm answering these questions when you talk about why Liberians are not taking advantage of these things, and people just they're like, oh, as your president, as the government. I understand government's supposed to do a lot. Trust me. Even if you start a rice factory in Grand Gita, how will you take that, distribute that right all over the country when there is no role, when there are no role? But the thing is, the government had to play a part. But at the same time, individual had to play a part too. I mean, you got to play your part. These countries that we see develop, if you really follow their story, there are individuals that make the difference. It came a time in the United States when the U.S. Treasury was almost becoming bankruptcy, and this guy called J.P. Morgan, he went and raised some money and bailed them out. I mean, it's like, will you say J.P. Morgan was interested in the president at the time? No, he didn't do it for the president. He did it for his country. He did it because he didn't want to sit back while his country going bad. So today, people, some of you that are watching, is like, you guys don't want to get involved. Come on, get into this live. I put a link in the video description. I also have the link in the comment section. If the link is not working, email me Liberian TV Network at gmail.com and I will send you the link. Let me check in case somebody, and if you do that, once you email us, try to send me a text. Send me a comment here saying that I just sent you an email and I can bring you on. This is topic that I really want everybody to get involved. Yeah, this is a topic that I want everybody to involve. Everybody can give their point of view on why Liberians are not taking advantage of the of their rich soil. What's the real reason behind this? Because that's what people always ask. Liberia is so rich with natural resources, but with natural besides natural resources, but the land is so rich, but people the right prices are up, things are up, food it's food. You don't expect food to be expensive in Liberia. 1 minute. So if you're watching from Facebook, YouTube, please comment, let us know, say hello to your Liberian brother, say hello to me. I'm here and I'm talking here. I'm looking for more people to get involved into this so we can have a really good conversation. I don't expect people to come on here that much because I know this was a last minute post. I just posted a few not too long ago, and let me see what they estimate to start a full farm there. Well, there are many few Liberians that are trying to do that. I don't want to give you the false informations, but there are few Liberians that are being doing that are in that area. If you were talking about things that production, like media and stuff, that's my specialties. But there are a few Liberians who are in there. When even if you type in like some YouTube thing, don't making farm in Liberia, If you ask my sister, who is the her name is yeah, she has her own YouTube channel. She's always making farm. You just type in making farm in Liberia, I will for sure somebody can give you the right answer. The reason is that I know some things, but I just don't want to give you the false information. So the estimate, the person commented, let me put the comment up. The person comment, why is the estimate to start a full farm there? Rough estimate. Well, I just even rough estimate is not my area. There are people that make farm in Liberia. I'm sure they can give you. Which farm are you trying to make? Rice farm, or cassava farm, or palm farm? So, which one? Or just any farm? Um, so if you want to come on here and give your opinion why Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich land, nobody have the answer. I think my answer is because everybody focus more on politics um than trying to fruit farm. What type of fruit? Now I'm gonna keep asking you questions till we get in at the bottom of this. If you want to come here too, let me know. So just click on the link. I put the link in the video description, or if you need it, just email us liberiantv@gmail.com. And you just comment here, say I just email you, then I will send you the link. But I don't if people don't come here, I understand this is a very last minute live. I didn't plan this. If you are watching from Facebook, you can always subscribe to our YouTube channel also. The same name, liberiantv@gmail.com. Liberian TV network on Facebook is the same on YouTube. If you haven't followed us, if you're on YouTube, you haven't followed us on Facebook, do the same. But anyway, today thing is why Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich land. Why is food expensive in Liberia? Because like many Liberians that have the opportunity to do that, they focus on politics. Whenever somebody has little money, the next thing you know, they want to be president, they want to be representative, and you just think about this thing. It's frustrating when you see people doing these things. It's okay to do it when you have if that's your area, but don't just do it because you think that's the only way to change Liberia. And I don't blame some of those people that are in Liberia that try to do it, but most of us that travel, we should know better because people back home have been brainwashed. They're brainwashed to believe that the only way they can they can make the difference is to become politician because most of the politicians make them believe that that's the only way they get votes. And the same way a person has to let me see what the person comment. Okay. Okay, if you were in a foreign country and moving to Liberia, what is the least in your dollars you will move with? Well, for me, everybody's different. If you don't have family, if you just go in there to rent a hotel, I've been trying to make all the research because I've been talking about going to Liberia forever, but I haven't done that. But this year, the possibility is 90% I'm going. I wanted to go in December, but I know somebody who is going in January. So that person we want to meet in Liberia. I want to go there and meet the person for business reason, for other reasons. So my plan got a little push up to January then December. But I want to be December, man. I love to be December. I just like the name. I don't know. I haven't really they got a thing called December. I want to be December. But anyway, to answer your question, I really haven't been to Liberia. But it depends what you really want, how you want to live there. If you want to go and enjoy yourself, you're renting fancy cars, you're getting in some of the hotels, nice hotel resort. I would say get your budget strong. But one thing I'm looking at, not me, not the budget that I have, but I'm talking about generally. I think I'm looking, let's just say you will ask my friend Stefan. He's the perfect dude to ask. If you know Stefan, if you don't know Stefan, you should check out Liberian Connection YouTube channel. He goes to Liberia all the time and he tried to rub that in my face. Sometimes I get a little bit jealous. And so I can't wait to go to Liberia in December or January to be rubbing it in Stefan's face. Stefan, I'm here now. I'm in Liberia, so that's what I'm gonna do. But if you really want to know about how much it will cost, because I haven't been there. But if I can, some of the people that I talk to, like let's just say you have your plane ticket already, depending where you're coming from, your plane ticket might cost a certain amount, but the cash you may have, I don't know. But I would say maybe if you, depending, I think Stefan can answer the question better. I don't want people to be laughing at me if I give the little estimate and give bigger estimate. I don't know. I would say, how about $2,500? What do you think? Is it too much or too small? I'm just trying to give this brother something, because let's just say it depends how long you're gonna stay too. Though you're asking me all these questions, how long you gonna stay? How long are you gonna stay in Liberia? It's all play a part, and if you don't know people there, it depends where you're gonna stay. If you're gonna stay in a hotel where you're spending $250 a night, I don't know, or less, and you got to think about all of those things. How long are you gonna stay in Liberia? If you don't have family there that come when you get there, they want little things from you, then you're just going by yourself to enjoy. You're a foreigner, like I think you mentioned, if you're a foreigner, um let me see. Okay, if you were in a foreign country and moving to Liberia, what is the least in your dollars? So this is where I'm gonna that's what I was saying. It depends on how much you have, how long you're gonna stay, the type of lifestyle you're gonna be living there. Whether you are going in December, you want to do December stuff there. The girl will get some money out of you, December. I just like that name, December. That's the reason I want to go to Liberia. I want to be one of those December. What do you think about it? A lot of people have their dream to make something better of their life. My dream, one of my dream is to go there and be December. All right, I thought that was funny. All right, so if you wanted my friend here, you're asking a question. I'm seeing your face here. I don't know whether you're a guy. I think you're a guy. I just said my friend for now. Okay, to live there permanently, no family there. Well, if you want to live there permanently, it depends the place you want to live. There are nice apartment there. Some people I heard that some apartment cost like 2,500, 2005 less. The $100 apartment, depending on the neighborhood and where you want to live. So all of these things too is just based on where you want to live. That's why you need to ask my friend Stefan. He goes to Liberia all the time. Like I say, he tried to rub it in my face. I haven't heard. I haven't seen Stefan in Liberia in December. It seems like he doesn't like to be December, but I wanted to go to Liberia in December to be one of the Decembers, but I was like, you know what, my plan got changed. So let's see. Who knows? It's not too late. I can still make that happen. Maybe I could go first if I really serious about this whole December thing. Maybe I can go to Liberia in December and then come back and then go back. Or I can go the very end of December. Oh, that's the best time because that's the holiday season. So that's the best time to be at December in Liberia. Everybody want money in holiday. So you can be the very respectful. They can respect you as the most respected December because you go around the holiday. Everybody wants something from you. So yeah, if I want to go to Liberia in January, why not go at the end of December and still become December, make that dream come through. Make that dream come through of being a December and also um do all the fun stuff. The guy got me off topic, but hey, again I'm sitting here discussing, wondering why Liberians are not taking advantage of their um of their rich land. Then my friend here started asking questions, which these are good questions though, but it just depends, man, where you want to live. The apartment are very expensive. I can give you a price, and I'm sure that there are people who've been there, like my sister Angeline. It's another person to ask. She's always going to Liberia, and she got a lot of things going there. She's building houses. Her channel name is Angeline, and if you check out her channel, you'll see her building houses, and She goes to Liberia she's been going to Liberia almost every time. But I can't say she is December. But anyway, if you think about living in Liberia permanently, someone like Angeline, because she's back and forward, like between England and Liberia. She's one of those people can give you a rough estimate, but I don't think somebody will give you something that you really want to know when it comes to how much it will cost to live in Liberia, because the thing is, it depends the lifestyle you want to live. If somebody asks me, I spend a lot of my time in Los Angeles. If somebody asks me how much do I need to live in Los Angeles, it's kind of hard for me to tell you. But I can tell you places like LA, living here is very expensive. So you can live here on a $2,000 a month. If you Skid Row, you may not get an apartment you may not be able to live in Skid Row. So I see it like that. The same thing in Liberia. If you want to move there, for somebody to tell you, give you the right number to say this is, I've been asking around because I really want to go. So I've been asking people that I know that been to Liberia. I need to ask my friend Stefan, but I've been talking to some of my friends that I know, and it's hard for them to tell me exactly how much it will cost, how much you need to go to Liberia. It just depends, or to live in Liberia, because it just depends how much you have and where you want to live, and even if you don't have family member to help. For me, that's one of the reasons, going to Liberia, you're not just going there for yourself, but you have family member you have to meet the first time. People who've been there a lot of times, they people see them all the time, so it's not like before. But your first time going there, it's one of those things you should expect. People will come around you and stuff like that. Especially some of us, we are on Liberian TV network. Probably we are in town. There'll be few people that know it. And say my mouth can run too much. I'm on social media. I post a lot of things, so there's no way I'll go to Liberia without posting a picture or something. Being on the plane, the anticipation of going back home. I'm never going to. I will never. There's no way I'll go to Liberia without posting anything, without sharing. And one of the things about me in life is I don't care why. I really don't understand why people keep things private, secret. I think a lot of times it's secret, but they say private. For me, I don't. If there's certain things I got to keep private. Certain things supposed to stay. But when it comes to I'm going to Liberia, I don't want nobody to know. I'm doing certain fun thing. I don't want nobody to know. I'm hanging out with somebody. I don't want nobody to know. Why? What do I care about what somebody think about my life? You're limiting your life. But anyway, going to Liberia, you guys will see pictures. You'll see me on the plane. I'll be celebrating because it's fun. Going back home is really fun. But anyway, we are back. Why do you think why do you think Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich land and food? You see food expensive in Liberia like that. What do you think is the reason why many Liberians are not investing? The reason also is because everybody look up to government. I'm not just talking about George Weah government. I'm talking about government in general. People think government has to do everything, and I feel that government doesn't have to do everything. Government has a part to play. When it comes to making things happen and giving people jobs, government gave I think about 25% of jobs, maybe less. But the private sector, ordinary people who are starting their businesses, building things, and those are the people that are actually these are the people that's supposed to give job. That's what I gave example earlier about someone like J.P. Morgan, Rockefeller, Carnegie. All these people build America. They make America. If you really follow Men Who Build America, the documentary, you get to understand why these countries are more developed than countries like Liberia. How many Liberian investors do you know, like big time investors? That own corporations that are competing with some of the big cell phone companies in Liberia. How many of them? It's hard because when somebody has little money, they want to be president, they want to be representative, they want to be senator. Nothing bad with that. But at the end of the day, it's not helping the country grow. When a foreigner go there to start business, once they make some money, the next thing you know, they want to take that money to their country. Um, they want to develop their country. When a Liberian, if a Liberian is a big corporate who has a big company, when he's making money, he want to build a really nice house in his country. So it's important for Liberian to develop. And number two, Liberian to develop that idea of investing in their own country. Number two here, if a Liberian own a business, he want to give Liberian a fair salary because it's your country. You care about the country. You care about your people. Some of us, the thing that we are doing in Liberia, we try our best to give our people the right salary so that they are able to do their job, so that they can take care of themselves. But if that was foreign person working with Liberian, some of the people that we work with, they won't do that because their main goal is to go there and make a lot of profit and take the money back. There's nothing for me, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with foreigner investing in the country, but we Liberians also need to take charge because it will benefit our country a lot. That's but the reason Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich land because many Liberians are not seeing this thing. They are not seeing the opportunity. Only few Liberians and the few Liberians that are doing these things, they can only afford little. The rich Liberians are going after government job. So for me, I really want people to come here because this is just my individual opinion. But if you want to come on here, please send me that email now because sometimes when I'm doing live, I'm telling people, hey, you can come and watch my live. Then after the live, that's when I see a lot of email. Hey, can I come on the live? I say, hey, when I was live, you didn't come. Now you're come. You want to come? It's not live anymore. So if you want to come here to give your opinion, you can be my guest. I know this is a last minute show, but if you just want to come here and just have fun, I'm planning not to stay here too long because I have meetings. I have things to do. I have some meetings. And so I'm going to talk a little bit, and leave. I haven't been on a live for a very long time. That's why I thought about this topic and I just thought I should come on here and have a little conversation. But next time I will plan this ahead of time. I will find some guests before coming here. I will try to work with my schedule because it's getting a little bit busy too. Those that follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I'm not talking about the Liberian TV, something but individual, my own personal Facebook and Instagram. They know what I do. Like my sister Angeline, she followed me a lot. So she see how busy I am. But anyway, and my brother Stefan, he does the same thing too. We follow each other. So I've been busy, but I'll try to squeeze my schedule and see what I can do. Once I go to Liberia, then I can find people to do things a live show, interview show, and bring the real stuff to you guys. That's why we are right now. We are just posting video of Monrovia and all these things. But once I go to Liberia, I can train people and we can bring all the good video. But so it's not about it. So the whole thing here now is do you guys can comment, get involved in the conversation. You guys can come on before I go. Tell me why do you think Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich land? Whether you're watching from Facebook or YouTube, you know. Okay, so this person. Yeah, hello, my people. Yeah, hello, my sister. Creative lifestyle, prophetic dreams. I like your name. Damn, I think you have one of the longest name on YouTube, but I really like it. Hello, my sister. Hello, how you doing? I like the picture, your profile picture. It's great. So, my sister, how you doing today? What you got going? Why do you think Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich soil to grow more food, to grow more vegetable, for food prices to be down, the bag of rice to be lower? Why do you think is the problem? Um, if anybody want to come on a live show, let me know so I can send you the link, or you can click on the link in the video description, or I can put the link in the comment section. Yeah, so one of these things I can do, let me put the link in the comment section here. So whoever want to come, once you come on, I can let you in. Let me know if you can. You've been trying to click on the link and it's not working. I just put a link in the comment section again. And if anybody want to be my guest here, we can come and we can have a discussion. You can tell me this is you don't have to talk politics. You don't have to talk about why government this. You don't have to do it if you are nervous about. But for me, I feel that Liberians are not taking advantage of the race story because they are many the few Liberians who have money, they focus more on politics. They think the only way Liberia can develop is to have a government position. And for me, I feel that it government position is not the only way that you can develop your country. There are many ways you can develop your country. You can develop your country by investing, giving few people jobs. Let's just say right now, I can tell you for sure, and it's real. I'm giving like 3% jobs. It's not much. Trust me, there are people that are doing more. But imagine if few Liberians were doing that, it will really change our country. At least that 3%, they don't have to worry about putting food on the table every month. And for me too, I'm very the stuff that I am doing, and I see myself doing it more. It's not only that one area, but doing more. And I can tell you for sure. And every month, it's not like people haven't got paid like 3 months, 6 months. No, it's not like that for me. We make sure we pay people even before, like by the 30th or the 28th or the 31st. So it's like if we can do that, many Liberians, the person who you are, whether you're giving 3% jobs, for example, the three people, they are sending their children to school, and when the children graduate, they can work and they can find way to work and or do something, do business, and they can make the difference too. So I feel that many Liberians that have money, they don't really focus on solving some of the problem. They feel that the only way things will work is government. Government is the only way. If you become a politician, that's the only way you can change the country. But I don't blame a lot of our Liberian brothers and sisters who have those mindset because we have been brainwashed for a very long time to believe that the only way you can the only way that you can make a difference in your country is to become a politician. And that's just wrong about Liberia. That's why you see countries like Ghana, Nigeria, they're doing good. Because in countries like Nigeria, Ghana, you see some of their a lot of their rich people, they're billionaires, millionaires, are all businessmen. They are not the politician. They are mostly not only politicians, but they are business people. And the same mindset with Liberians start having those mindsets. If you make little money, let's just say you work hard, you work abroad, you work home, and you make little money, the first intention should not be president. But try to use the same, try to educate our brothers and sisters so that they can start having interest in other area too. But our people have been so brainwashed that even if you are doing a business, you want to raise funds to support to go to Liberia and do that, it's hard for people to even donate. But when you're running for president or you're running for representative for people to help, a lot of people will be donating money, organizations will be doing that. And it's just so sad that our people have been brainwashed that way because it's that how can the country really develop? Why are we not taking advantage of this whole all our land, this rich place where those who started businesses, their business is doing great. Their business is doing great. Creative lifestyle and prophetic dreams. I like the name. Creative lifestyle. What do you do for creativity? I'm sure you have a creative stuff going. My stomach hitting. I ate a lot of pepper today. The Liberian food. One of my sister, she made my Liberian soup. Our Liberian sister, and I like to find Liberian food. It's hard. So my Liberian sister, she hooked me up with some Liberian food. That's what hurt in my stomach. But I'm okay now. I ate too much pepper with it. Thanks a lot, my brother. I have many dreams about Liberia. There will be so much food in that country. The time is coming by God's grace. That's true, my sister. I believe you. A lot of us is our dreams. But the thing is, dreaming about it is great. But if nobody take the steps, it's hard. So that's why we are trying to ask these questions. Like Liberian, there are few people doing farm, but we need to there had to be some factory and all these things to Liberia should be one of those countries that develop that distribute a lot of food, biggest food producers in Africa, because there's nothing you can plant in Liberia that won't grow. So it's good to have the dream, but if nobody taking step towards the dream won't be good. Like I remember certain times some of us we would dream about something, and God is showing you the sign that yeah, this you have the land, this soil is rich, it's like a promised land, and you can do it. So God show us these dreams. It's up to us to now go on to do something about it. But there's no way those dreams will come through if we keep saying, "Oh, let me vote this president. When he become president, he will plant rice. When he become president, he will grow cassavas." It's just not gonna work. The president won't really be a bigger producer. It takes certain group of people, even if it's not one person, but few Liberian putting hands together and starting a major factory in the country that will produce rice, become one of the higher producer in West Africa. Don't think little, think big. That's why everything some of us would do, it's like you just gotta think big. Like even out here, the work that I do, when I go to work, I try to really. I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm in this position. It's okay. I want to be on the top. I want to work with some of the big names out here. And it's like I learned that if you really think big, you will go big. If you think small, you remain small. If you feel okay with the life you're living, then yes, you are right. We get to wake up and go and do it for ourselves. Yeah, a lot of times you see Liberians, a lot of Liberians are always like, oh, we hope that investor will come. Where the investor coming from? In the 1800 to the 1900, people like guy like Carnegie, Rockefeller, what they think about, oh, we are hoping people will come from England or China to come and develop our country to start businesses. When the steel war was going on, steel, um, and other type of business, railroad, people were building train, all these things in America. These people were doing it. They were Americans that were doing these things. When inventors like Thomas Edison were coming up, even when Thomas Edison started the whole electric something business, people like J.P. Morgan helped them. How many Liberians do you see now go to places look for talented Liberians who are inventing something or who has this great idea to say, you know what, I'll put some money behind you. But I bet you, if someone like us were to go to Liberia tomorrow, say, I want to be represented, I can get phone. I can get somebody coming to me and saying, you know, I want to support you. I want to support your campaign. And it's like so sad. Like when you look at it different, when Thomas Edison created a light bulb, someone like J.P. Morgan helped him to get that to make that happen. Even when this guy quit Edison, what's his name, Tesla, when he quit Edison, then he met Westinghouse, and Westinghouse become his investor. It's like in this part of in the part of the world, there are people that are willing to stand behind people with great mind, great knowledge, great business people. If you start a business in Liberia, how many investors coming to you, Liberian investors saying, let me help this business grow. It's a great idea. But in this country, when you are starting business, there are people that want to do that. There are some Liberians that really have money that are running for offices, or even if they don't have money, they know how to raise money. But their thing is they want to be president. That's the only way they feel they can make a difference. And that's the thing that affecting Liberia a lot. And unless we stop doing these things, it's like we got to wake up and do it ourselves. My sister here is right. We got to wake up and do it ourselves. But every time Liberians are so dependent, every little thing we are asking the international community to help us. I mean, international community have their own nonsense going on. It's like, should they really be talking to you all the time? It's like the people been helping you, saying your war ended. Why can't you step up to do it by yourself at this point? It's every time, oh yeah, we are hoping that investor will come. Where are the investors coming from? We have to be the investors ourselves. But when you were saying this in a positive way, people don't really they don't care at all. I'm following you. Thank you so much for following us. Thank you so much for following us, Nathanis. I like I like the last name, almost like Nathan, but Nathanis. Thank you for following us. You know, you can always follow us too on YouTube. It's the same name, Liberian TV Network. Thank you so much for following us. You see, when you were talking positive things, one thing I noticed, if you were talking positive things about Liberia, people don't care. But if I were to do a video right now talking about, man, I know this person who came from Liberia is the worst country to live. Liberians should not go to Liberia. Foreign people should not go to Liberia. If I were to make video like that, trust me, people will be watching, they'll be sharing it. But when you're talking about these positive things, people don't know. And it's just so bad for Liberia. Like we are like the opposite. The good thing is bad. The bad thing is good. It's we I did a video on Facebook that I was doing it, and, advertising Liberia, all the beautiful places. I pick out those places and did a picture together. And people couldn't believe that's the Liberia. No, that place you lying, my man. It's not Liberia, man. That place dead like that. Who said that place has a beautiful play at all? And I saw all the comments. I was just like, man, Liberians don't like good things too, huh? It's not like there's no good things in Liberia at all. It's just that the place is, I know the place is bad, but there are some good things there. You can't say everything that you post should be negative about Liberia. But again, I don't blame them too because it's like they are used to seeing people going on talk show and talking all bad about their president, their country. And so when you are saying the good part of it, it's just not right. It's that it's just bad. Let me say, sure. I I don't like Liberians asking all the time the international community to help Liberia. You're right. I mean, you got to sometimes step up too. Like, for example, I like working with people in Liberia who said, you know why, brother, help me. Let me start my business. And they actually start a business. And that business, they are doing something to feed their family. And that business, the next thing you know, the person who started business, their business is growing and they be able to buy land for themselves. They be able to do this. But there are someone that are people who only depends on asking you all the time. They want to ask you, "Oh, brother, help me," or you help them. Next time they say, "Brother, help me," or you help them. It shouldn't be like that. You ask somebody one time to help you. That person help you make good use. Whether it's $100 that person gave you, it may not be enough, but can you start a with a market with $100 at least? And then you focus on if you getting profit of $50, you spend $25 and use the other $25. But the thing is, when our people ask you, you give them something, they go, the next thing you know, this uncle who is asking you, you are giving him money. Next thing you know, he doesn't want to do nothing now. He's, oh, my brother, my little brother in America there, that man, when I call him, he give me some money. I get my person in America, man. And the guy go to club, he started, I'll buy you drink, my man. Hey, you fine guy. So it's like, man, what the hell going on? You can use that money to save it and do something better with it. This man now feel like he go to club, he got money. He go to somebody wedding, he started doing money. I've seen a lot of Liberian videos, and I just laugh about that. And the man, somebody poor son works so hard, maybe Amazon or some type of warehouse, and send his uncle money. And their uncle at the wedding, he acting like a rich man. First of all, he's drunk, and then he starts spraying the money like this. like over the girl that is getting married. First of all, you are poor, you are not rich, and you're spending money on somebody like that. It's like then now the next time you want to call your brother, and if it doesn't send money, that man bad, that man in America, you're not giving him nothing. The man gave you money, you didn't do nothing with it. You only go and you go you make it rain as if you didn't know what your brother or your sister had to go through. You don't know what your sister had to go through to send you that money, especially that sister. Probably when she's scraping or something. And she send you the money and you go to club, you're spraying it like that. When I see stuff like that, I just laugh and say, man, what's going on, Liberian? What's really going on? Wake up. Don't ask people all the time about stuff. I hope our people can see all of the goodness, the good things. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I hope they see all the good things, man. They see all the possibility. When someone listens to when we are talking, they say, oh, you buy your in America. That's why you say nothing. If you're here, not like that. Okay. That's why I always bring up my story. When I was in Liberia, I never just used to sit down. I used to really work hard. Like even when I went to Monrovia, I just needed like tens to $100, and I started buying shower slipper. I was selling ball egg and everything. So I wasn't. I'm not just here by saying it, or I'm not out of Liberia by saying it. I'm not just saying it because I'm out of the country. I used to actually do those stuff. So when people say somebody money, there's no reason for you to just say, "Oh, you know why? Yeah, man, I got something now." So why are we not taking advantage of our rich land? Is that because some Nigerians just don't like to work? Is it because we are brainwashed? We are brainwashed when it comes to um we just feel like government should do it. There's no way that I don't really understand the part that government has to make a lot of rice found. Government had to build factory, all the factories you see, if you come in other countries like Walmart, Best Buy, all the big stores, government never built these stores. Government never started these big companies. Government of the United States did not start Amazon. Government didn't start Facebook that everybody use. Facebook started in the United States here. Government didn't start Instagram. Government didn't start all the besides that for the company, the car company in the US. When you look at other countries like China, Japan, or England, these countries that are successful, they have individual that study this thing. So Liberian people, why every time you say why the country is not rich? Oh, the government is not doing nothing. I blame the government for not having stable electricity, for not having good road connectivities, for not having clean running water, for not having good security. People say they go to Liberia when something happened, they call police. It takes forever, or sometimes the police doesn't show up. That's what you blame the government for. You blame the government for for not having good education, like good university and stuff. But when it comes to why the food shortage in the country, certain time there were rice problem, and I'm like, man, what a shame. Rice, the shortage of rice in the country. And then people say, yeah, the government, they're not producing the right. And I'm just laughing. And the people opposition, they are blaming the government. I say, if you're president, will you produce right? Will you build factory for government? The private individuals should be doing that. I say, some of you were not president for the past 6 years or the past 12 years. Anytime you were president, what were you doing during that time? Why can't you start a major factory that become one of the biggest producer in the country or even in West Africa? But a lot of the people, they just blame government for everything. I have sold coconut and cassava in Liberia before. What a market and so on. And now, even in Europe, I created my own job here. Yeah, that's true, my sister. You see, that's the difference between Liberians who, there's a big difference between Liberian who used to do some of these things that we did before we left Liberia, like things like um, selling cassava, cold water, and all these things on the street. Even like my sister, even my mom used to sell. My mom sell cassava too on the street when I was in Monrovia, and I didn't have the heart to go to my mother when she was selling cassava to say, "Hey." Can you give me something for me to eat? So for that reason, I had to step up and sell things. It's like we have to step up. Then depending on people, hey, the international community will come. Why do we have the rich land and rice shortage? And then we are saying, oh, we hope that investor will come in the country. We hope that investor will come. The government is not bringing investor. How will you invest? Why can you be the investor, Liberian? The same ability you have when you're running for a representative or senator to go out there and generate money for your campaign, why can't you do the same thing to start businesses? Why are people, when somebody start little business like a little store, and as long as they're making some money, they think it's okay? Why can't you start things that Walmart in Liberia? You start it small and go big, and then you have it in different counties. It's like, man, I don't understand. Why are we always thinking about, oh, when you talk about why are we not taking advantage of our land? It's either somebody will tell you government should do something, or somebody will say we are hoping that international community will bring investor. Is that what you're saying? Does it make sense? Can you at least now it's not like before when it's hard to find information. Can you Google something how some of these countries become rich? That's their own private individual. But when you're talking about these things, the people don't want to listen to you because, yeah, it doesn't make sense. But when you start talking about, oh, yeah, if I was here talking about, yeah, the hiring woman that eat our money, she run away. Yeah, Josh, we are not doing nothing. If that was the only thing I was saying, yeah, you will have a lot of people getting, talking about this to say, yeah, that's true. But sometimes it's not just about blaming the government. It's sometimes about what are we doing as people? How are other countries getting rich? How are other countries developing? So let me see. Yeah, my sister, that's the big difference between Liberians who did these things in Liberia and Liberians who didn't do these things. And if you travel abroad, they're still the same. There are some Liberians out here that are not doing nothing for themselves. They still live with their family crowded in one area in places like Minnesota or other places, and and they just waiting. They do little thing and that's it. But they are not making good effort. So some of us, like someone like you who say you saw coconut and cassava. I mean, that's true. That's why you were able to create your business in Europe because you are used to the hustle. When I was in the rural part of Liberia, I used to go 14 years. So I used to go to the gold mine to dig gold and pay my own school fees. When I went to Monrovia, I started selling anything I could put my hand on: chicken, egg, peppermint, shower slipper. Yeah, shower slipper was my favorite because yeah, I used that was one of my favorite. I think it's for some reason shower slipper. I know how to get the girls to buy the shower slipper at that time. That time I was young and cute too. I'm getting a little bit older. I was young and cute, so I used to know how to get the girls to buy the shower slipper. I used to just give me my Jefferson charm. Yeah, they used to buy the shower slipper a lot, like because even when I was girl or somebody I know, I used to roll with the flow. Whoever I was dealing with, I know what to tell them to buy my shower slipper. And the people next to me used to hate my guts so bad because they didn't like everybody, all the customers will be coming to me because they never used to like that. And I used to like it because as a business person, all the good business people, they like competition. They like people. Competition is a good thing for them. They make them more creative. So I used to like that. So my thing is, a lot of people who did what we did in Liberia, they come to America, they made something good of themselves. Those that never used to do stuff like that, they come to America is the same thing. They are on food stand and welfare in America because they're so the same mindset. They depend on everybody. It depends on government, and now they are in this country where there are food stand or employment you can apply for. It's just like that. We Liberian complain a lot in that country. Nothing to do here. Oh. Nothing to do here. Oh, sister, please send me something. Oh, our people. May God help them. That's true, my sister. Anybody who lives abroad know that for sure. Like Our people, they just talk about nothing to do here. How many times have you? Why are few people get job? Because those few people hustle. Why are few people selling? Because those few people hustle. Your person in America, of course, will send you something. They can send you something one or two times, but they can't just say, "Oh, every month I'll send you something." And every time they send you something, you go somewhere, you try to compete with someone, especially in December. You try to compete with the young December guy like myself, come from America, with my little cash, and you try to compete with me using your sister who works so hard while I was on the scripting, while she was scripting, scripper, or whatever she did to send you that money. And you try to compete with people like that actually got their own cash. It's what a shame. It's like, come on, man, use the money, uncle, auntie, use that money and start something good. When you tell somebody, oh, do this, they say, that thing there, a how. Me, it's a ha, and I know how to do it. Some of us we are here though. There are things we didn't know, but we had to really learn it. I mean, I'm into technical work is really hard, but trust me, it just there's nothing hard these days. You got to learn it. You got to work hard. Yes, you have the wisdom, my brother. We can do it. The power is us. Yes, we can. Yeah, I think some of us, my sister, some of us, we just need to go to Liberia and motivate people. After the few like-minded Liberians that are doing it. That's why I like to talk to my sister Angeline too, because she's doing this kind of stuff. And every time I talk to her, she really gives me some idea in how to go to Liberia, some of the things to do. And Stefan is one of those people too that I actually like to talk to. Every time I talk to him about Liberia, he always gives me these ideas. And that's why I can't wait to go. I know I've been talking about going. But this time, at least I have reason to go. I thought my first international trip would be Liberia, but it turns out to be Colombia. I thought if it's not Liberia, I thought it would be places like Japan, China, or England, but it turns out to be Colombia because of I know a very global superstar who is having some stuff in Colombia. And when they told me about it, the trip from Colombia, from the United States to Colombia is easy. You don't need a visa to go to Colombia, and the plane tickets is not expensive. And I just thought, man, let me go check out Colombia. Besides that, Shakira is from there, so I'm gonna go to Colombia this August. And when I come from Colombia, getting ready for I'll go to Philadelphia also because there's a Liberians a war going on in Philadelphia. I want to go check it out too. I haven't been to Philadelphia, and then from there, I think I'll have to go to some places like Mexico, yeah, Panama. I don't know. Then before Liberia, because I'll be waiting to go to Liberia, so that's why I'm going to all the places because I want to. I'm getting into a lot of international travel now. But anyway, I can't wait to go to Liberia to walk on the street of Monrovia and say, "Yay, I'm here! I'm back home." I love that. Myself thinking of going home soon by God grace. Yeah, let all go together. You want to go as December or you want to go after December? For me, I want to go as a December. I just want to have that feel, that vibes of December. I don't know. But for me, I'm not going to go into Liberia for fun. I'm going there to observe and assess and more because I really want to waste time before it takes me a long time to get to certain level that I really want to get in to do a lot in Liberia. That's why I never rush. I know certain time it felt like when I say I want to go, it didn't happen. I want to go, it didn't happen. I know certain time it felt like that, but sometime in life you wait for God times, and you don't mind the noise in the market. You just do your thing, keep doing your thing until you get to a certain level, then you can, yeah, then you can go. But Liberia would be, it's one of the places that I think we all need to go there and check it out. I know a lot of people, when you talk about Liberia, that place that dirty like that, that place that's this. If you go there with a mindset, I think a lot of people told me already that If you go there with a mindset that, oh, the place will be like heaven, and you go there, you'll be very disappointed because Liberia is just not good. This place is just bad. It's bad looking. There's no doubt. But at the end of the day, go there with a mindset that, hey, this is still my home. um I'm gonna manage to be here. There are people that went to Liberia, they stay there, they even moved there. And how are they living there? Who are you? Some, some of us, we live in Silver Lake, and when we go there, it'll be completely different place. Silver Lake is almost like, it's the neighborhood is like really something. And by the time I go to Liberia, of course, I'm moving somewhere. And but who am I to go to Liberia to say, oh, I'm important than everybody else? There are people that move from nicer places. They went to Liberia and decided to stay there. Who am I to say I'm not going back home? And besides that, when you go there, you have little money, you can live really good life, similar to what you live here. I mean, I've seen some people apartment in Liberia that I'm thinking, man, this place is not like, that place doesn't look like Liberia. Let me see. Maybe as December by God grace. I think I got a bad influence on you, huh? Because I want to be December. My sister want to try the whole December thing. We are the only people to clean it. Who should make it beautiful for us? So my sister want to be December. Watch out. We are coming. I hope when you, by the time you go to Liberia, email us LiberianTV at Gmail. So we all, I think one of the things, I'm sure they have maybe Liberian abroad type of organization or get together. So hopefully we all can meet some of these people that follow me on Liberian TV network. I would like to meet some of the people because that would be really nice to meet them in person, to appreciate them. I've talked to people, some people who got recognized just because they were on Liberian TV network, or because they participated in Liberian TV network on some of our live shows. And even some of the people that showed my video, they get recognized in some places. And for me, I'm like, man, if I go to Liberia, it'd be cool to meet some of the people that been following us. There are people that been following us since the channel was created in 2020. Since the channel was created in 2011. What am I thinking? And just in case you don't know, the channel was created because when I came to the United States in 2007, every picture you saw on YouTube and Google, most of the pictures were about the war. And I really used to be so disappointed. And it's one of the reasons that I studied film, television, and radio production, because I for sure wanted that to change. I really wanted that to change. And there was somebody that I used to know. The person now managed the beautiful Liberia now. We were the two people that used to do the YouTube videos in Liberia, about Liberia. And now you have all those YouTube channels, which I'm so happy for. Now nobody can lie about Liberia because people can see different part of it. Haha. Yes, so I want to see how it feel to be December. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So this, but my sister want to see how it's like to be a December. That's all my goal too. I want to see how it is to be a December in Liberia. Who has a comment? Who want to say something about that? What do you think about it? How is it like being a December in Liberia? Now the topic is changing. December. I don't know who came out with that crazy name, December. That's crazy. I find it very interesting. But anyway, Liberian people, all of you that are watching, how about you comment? Tell me why do you think Liberians are not taking advantage of their rich land? How can we take advantage of that? Who is responsible for doing it? Yet leave a comment, man. I'm not gonna bite before I go. I see a few people watching, and that's what I'm just here. My sister being involved in the conversation, creative lifestyle, and prophetic dreams. I think if I'm not making a mistake, this person has a YouTube channel, right? You do have a YouTube channel. Yeah. So I think talking here too much. I'm talking more than even Yeke Kaluba now. I'm talking more than Yekekoluba in this sense. What you guys been thinking about videos we've been posting lately? I will try to do a Q&A some days where people can suggest and tell us what they think. But yeah, man, Liberian, we really need to step up our game. Let's stop depending on international community. Let's stop depending on why government not doing this. Government has a role to play. Government job is education. Okay, so maybe next time you and I can plan. Email me my let me see creative lifestyle and prophetic dreams. Email me so we can stay so we can get your channel, so we can get your channel notice. We can bring you on the live here, and if you want, then we can advertise your channel on the live here. I've done it so many times, and yeah, I've done it so many times, and we can do that for your channel too. You've been very supportive today, and I want to try to do that. Yeah, so if you say you have a YouTube channel, just if you want, we can advertise your channel by coming on the show. Then we can advertise it the whole time. Do a specific day. We can plan it way ahead of time. Today, today was the last minute thing. I just wanted to come here and do. Oh, one person that agreed to come on the live with me. I think a lot of people have seen this dude. He's the complete white guy. I'm not talking about Stefan, because when I say white guy, a lot of you think my friend Stefan is the white guy that I'm talking about. It's not Stefan. It's another. He's a German giant something. Yeah, German. He's a German guy. He speaks the Liberian colloquia. He's everything about Liberia too. This guy, he's all about Liberia. He loves Liberia. He's a super Liberian fan, and he a lot of all his videos that he made on Facebook, social media is like he's always speaking Liberian English. We both are in touch, and the guy speaks Liberian English more than someone like me. I'm not joking. If he's a real white guy, I'm not. It's not Jato. It's not half black, white, half white. I think you see him. He's a white guy, but he has a based on what I haven't talked to him on the phone, but I've seen all his videos, and it looks like he has a Liberian wife, and he been to Liberia many times. And we're supposed to be talking soon, but he's excited to come on the show, and I'm excited to interview him too. And on the show, we will speak colloquia the whole time because I would I would want to get it out of him because he's when I watch this video, I laugh. He's very funny. It's that every video I saw so far about him is all about Liberia. Our email is let me respond right now so you know. It's liberiantv@gmail.com. But let me write it so you see it. I'm gonna post it right now. Yeah, if you email us, just tell me your name, then I'll be able to respond, and then we can plan a specific day. Yeah, and then we can plan a specific day. So there's the email. LiberianTV@gmail.com. A lot of people want to contact, they try to type Liberian TV Network, but basically the channel name is Liberian TV Network. The email is LiberianTV@gmail.com. And that's the best way that people can, reach out. And if even if your business, you want to advertise with us, whatever you want to do, yeah, that's the thing. We can plan a specific day. You can come on our channel and we can showcase your channel. For me, I'm all into that. I don't care. I'm all into anything Liberia. I don't. Some people say, "Oh, but you have the same channel that the other person has." I said, "What do I care?" This is not something that I do for living. I'm just doing it in the interest of promoting Liberia. Hey, there's nothing wrong with YouTube giving me some paycheck for me to film some video, but it also means that the people that work for me back home will also get paid. But basically, I have a work out here. I do broadcast media. I work with almost all the bigger media company in the US, and and that's what I do here for living. And so when I'm doing this YouTube thing, it just basically to showcase Liberia. That's why I never used to show my face a long time back. And people used to be asking questions, who owns Liberian TV network? Even people that knew me close, like even my family member, didn't know who created this channel. Because it wasn't about me when I created a channel. It was more about Liberia. And it's still not about me. It is about promoting Liberia. It's just that when I go back to Liberia, I know everything will change for sure. Everything will change. I will train the right people. I will train people that will do live show and interview people. And it would. I even planning. That's a big plan that I have. We will have a place, doing different stuff, going live and all kinds of stuff. But these things are hard to do when you are in different country. And then you have media work. You are not media, but broadcast production, all these things going, and you are very busy. Your schedule is crazy. It's kind of hard to do them, and you are trying to connect with people in Liberia, communicate with them. And I gotta be honest, it's good working with our Liberian people, but they are like turtle, and that's the negative part I can say. I can tell you, the thing they call turtle. Every time you gotta put more fire behind it, and they walk a little faster. They stop again. Then you're like, hey, what's up? You post other fire behind it. You little Liberian, yeah. I don't know what's going on with that. Like you got to keep telling people things consistently. In my type of work, if I were doing that here, man, I won't be as busy. I won't be the busiest business person slash freelancer because like you got to think outside the box. People can't tell you things before you do it. If the person that you're working with come and say, "I want you to do this," they walk away. It's up to you how you're gonna handle it. If you tell Liberian person, I want you to do this, they'll be sitting down waiting for you. Waiting for you, and then you'll come and say, okay, so that table, take it from here, put it here. Then they'll say, okay, they take it from there, put it there. Then they're waiting for you again. And that's why I see when people say why Monrovia is dirty, that's why I see. Because people that are in power, I think they have that same mindset. How would you be the mayor of a city or something and the place is so dirty like that, nobody going around cleaning? And I see that because it's like everybody want to be like a turtle. You got to keep putting fire on their back, or they're like a horse. Or if you want their thing to run faster, you got to pull the rope so it can run faster. It's like, man, you got to really think outside. You got to think for yourself, man. You're doing a great job, my brother. I came across your channel, Saint 2021, and I love what you do. Thank you so much. I think I also thank God to some of the people that I work with in Liberia. At least it's not like other people that will give you calabule. They'll say, "Oh yeah, let's work together." They take your money and run away. It's like someone that's the same mindset. You see, people say, "Oh yeah, it's high. Oh, me and I get job," but then when you give the people a job, they are not serious. You're like, "Damn, man, you make your own money. You want to be begging all the time. Somebody want to work with you. How about you be honest, work with the person, and then you can make more money." But so far, within the past, I would say 3, 4 years, I have some people who been working with me, and they are doing great so far. I mean, it's just that we just need to. I need to go there myself to train people so that they can go to different counties, and doing videos like Kwame Opa Weeks. Let me make one thing clear because recently people started asking about Kwame Opa Weeks. Kwame Opa Week wasn't working with Liberian TV Network. He worked with the Liberian News Agency. And certain time I asked him to be posting his video from his Facebook page to Liberian TV Network on YouTube. And he agreed. That's when I started posting his video. But YouTube does at certain time people saw that and they started posting his video too on YouTube. And YouTube does not like that. So YouTube now saying that no, you guys can post the video and the other person post it. So that's when we say, well, we will create our own product because YouTube can block you for that if you keep doing it. So Kwame Opa we doesn't work for Liberian TV Network. We were just collaborating, in a sense. But I used to like his story. That's the same thing I want my guys to be doing. but I have to go to Liberia to train these guys because some of us study film, television, radio production. These guys didn't study, and that's why I really gave them the credit for doing it. Even my sister Patricia, who doesn't like to be on camera or like to do anything about social media and camera, she was doing really good job recently. It's just that they need training. You need to tell them what to do. But this is not all me. This can work. It's thousands of miles away, but we still get video on the channel because I have people back home that are actually doing good job. They are working hard. So people, I'll be living soon. Creative lifestyle and prophetic dreams. That's a good name. Yeah, get in touch so we can plan an interview and we can showcase your channel. We done this, but thank you so much. You say you've been following us in 2021. I really appreciate you. You're one of the, you sounds like one of the like-minded Liberian, and I really appreciate you for being on top of it to get involved in this life. I really appreciate everybody who been watching. You look y'all like looking at me, then then y'all will actually comment. But hey, this was a last minute thing. I know a lot of you weren't prepared for this life, and I really appreciate you for even watching. I hope if anybody has a question about anything, you have your business in Liberia, you want to advertise it, this is the right email to send the email to. If you're watching from Facebook, you have your business in Liberia, this is the right email. Send the email. We can collaborate with you. We can go there and showcase your business. We can find a way that we can advertise your business. For me, I'm everything Liberia. The job, what I do out here for my real job is just a job. I do with Liberian TV Network, I love it because I got to showcase Liberia. Like I said, when we started, I think, when it comes to some of the videos showing around Liberia, showcasing, only one person that I knew that was doing the same thing that that I was doing that time. But I'm one of the first two channels that started doing the whole thing that people doing. That's why we have more subscribers too on YouTube. I think we are almost 27,000 subscribers now, which is really great. And recently, a lot of people have been following us from Facebook. So if you are on Facebook, you haven't followed us on YouTube, check the video description to see the link. If not, it's the same name, Liberian TV Network. Um, on Facebook, you can follow us from YouTube to Facebook. We want to have more Facebook follower. Um, if you are on Facebook, go follow us on YouTube. It's the same name. It's not hard. Liberian TV Network. Whether you type it together, you type it open, or even if you type Liberian TV, you see that flag, the logo. Recently, I created a logo, but I want to keep the flag because it really shows a lot. So, people, what you say? Who has a question before I go? I've been sitting here for wow, almost 1 hour 30 minutes, and I have something to do. I do have something to do. Let me see. You're welcome, my brother. Thank you too for the topic on growing our own food in Liberia. Yeah, growing our own food is the best way out. It's best way because the right prices. Think about it. Somebody buying rice. Let's just say somebody was buying rice price for 10 cents. If that's the price. What if you were buying rice price for 7 cents? Don't you think the other 3 cents matter? That's why we need to grow our own stuff. Because when people are importing rice from different countries, China or whatever country, India, they pay a lot of taxes. They pay taxes to the government in their country. Then they have to pay custom tax to, I think, the Liberian government, and then they have to pay for all those shipping. So at the end of the day, the right price is way up there. But if you are growing your own rice, you don't have to deal with that. You only get to pay taxes to the Liberian government and pay for whatever distribution you're doing. Um, which we will make the right price cheaper. Why are Liberians not looking at these things? These are really great business opportunity. building major factory that distribute rice. Now we have to pressure the government, like, hey, you know what, build more roads, man. Why up to now the roads are not even connected from here to Granjida, from Monrovia, Granjida is not open, it's not good. From Granjida to River G is not good. From um Buchanan to Greenville is still not good. So what's really going on? That's why this election too, Liberian need to really vote wisely. Somebody who has a plan, what they want to do. Me, I'm not on nobody's side. I'm still undecided right now. I'm undecided. I think my next topic will be about the whole election thing. One advice that I can give to every Liberian, please, please, your opposition is not your enemy. For me, I'm neutral in every election because at the end of the day, I put Liberia first. I'm not gonna be loyal to somebody because I'm part of their party, and then at the end of the day, I know the person is not doing well or they won't do well, and I have to vote for them. That's why I'm very neutral right now. Only in America, I become Democrat because the Republican, yeah, I don't get along with that. I get along with that as a people, but their mindset is doesn't really click me well. But in Liberia, I want the best for Liberia. In America, I really don't pay attention to the election that much because one way or the other, I'm gonna be here. Nobody can take me out of here. But in Liberia, I was born and raised there. Liberia is on my mind more. And besides that, America is rich. United States is rich. So whoever in power, I don't know. It doesn't really take the food from my mouth. But in Liberia, our people need very good president to change the country. That's why when it comes to Liberia, I just hope that people need to make the right decision and listen to each other. If your brother is telling you, I think this party is best, listen to them. And if the person disputes you, listen to them too, because it's like you have to really, it's like in Liberia, again, that's another brainwashing where people tend to hate each other. People tend to hate each other because the other person voting for the other person. It's like, man, you got to listen to somebody. Let me see what my sister is saying. I think I hear on some international news that India has stopped exporting rice to the war or what. Yeah, I haven't really paid attention. I haven't really followed that up, so I can't give you the best answer. But yeah, with the whole, I mean, besides that, depending on countries like India or China to take right to our country, why can't we just do our own rights? But anyway, what I was saying about the election, this election, please, people, your opposition is not your enemy. I mean, it's really frustrating me when I see Liberian arguing. They don't give each other a chance to talk. Oh, you are Unity Party. You move from here. You hate George Weah or you are CDC, you move from here. I mean, it shouldn't be like that. When one of the wise things I see, even in the US here, when you are Democrat, Republican, they argue bad. Some of them don't like each other. But one thing I can know for sure, even the politician here, they can argue with each other and then later shake hands with each other and even have drink with each other. It's that even if during Obama time, when something happened, Obama did something good, some of the top politicians will write him something and say, congratulations on that. For example, in 2011, when Obama killed that guy, um, I don't want to call somebody name on live, but when he did that, that big, well known guy, people wrote him, like some of the top government official from different parties wrote him and thanking him for what he did. I mean, it's in Liberia is where politicians can really influence our people the wrong way to fight each other. It's like they made the brainwash our people in a way that, hey, you know why, this person is CDC, he's not a good person. The person is Unity Party, they are not good. If you say one single thing about George Weah, a CDC person hates you. When you say something about Joseph Bogart, somebody hates you. It shouldn't be like that. Let us pay attention to each other. Let us put Liberia first to see who we can really vote for. If we started voting for people for the right reasons, than just a party reasons, Liberia we will have a good leaders, and every leader that gain power will want to prove a point. Because if one leader is gain power and do well, and the next leader will be under pressure to even do better. So for me, I just want to tell Liberians that this coming election, let us not focus on who we are voting for. Let's focus on who can really do better. Like when I mean focus on who we are voting for, is me. Don't just vote for somebody because this person part of my party. This person and I from the same county. The person and I we are this. Let's vote people because we think the person has a plan. In 2023, Liberia is not still not connected. There's road connectivity. There are some part of Liberia are not still connected. When we do when there's little development, we think, oh yeah, the country is developing. Yeah, there is development there, but there are other countries that are doing far more better. So we need to think about that. We don't need to make our leader believe that they're doing the best job ever. We need to tell them. That's why I tell all my guys, like, I don't believe in trying. Oh, I'm trying. No, I want you to do great because everybody has the ability to do better. When you see countries like Rwanda, people are going there because they are people are going there because they're clean. And then we are thinking why people are not going to places like Monrovia. If you see our latest video on our channel, you see how dirty that place is. When you see some of the places abroad, you're thinking, man, the place is not good. It's not even healthy. So our leader shouldn't be sitting there. Our leader, I'm not just talking about Josh Weir, I'm talking about in general. Our people shouldn't just be sitting there thinking that they're doing well when the country look bad like that. I mean, in some sense, we can promote Liberia in a good image, but at the same time, we have to talk about the bad parts. The people don't need to try; they need to do great, and that's just how it is. Somebody need to go out there and make history, and not only your partisans should tell the world that you are doing a good job. The entire globe should be like things getting the news these days. Even for example, Rwanda, not only the party, the government, their parties are saying that Rwanda is doing great. I mean, there are a lot of people who go to Rwanda and take picture. People go to Ghana and take picture. The country is doing great. Tourists should go there. Like Ghana now is one of the tourists, the biggest, one of the top countries in Africa that are getting a lot of tourists. Um, every time. But Liberia, one plane leave, it takes a long time for another plane to come. It's sad. We got to do better. Let me see, my sister. I'm hoping the right leader enters power this time. We are one Liberia, put Liberia first and not a party. Yeah, put Liberia first, not a party. It's good to have a political party, but put Liberia first. Choose wisely. Because if you're voting somebody, like some of these guys that are so greedy, they will go and join a good political party, and because they know at the end of the day you will vote for them, and those are the kind of people that will start the whole argument. Oh, you know that person is this, so don't vote for them. And for me, I think people should pull Liberia first, not party, because it's good to have a party, but at the same time, don't vote somebody who you know that don't have any track record doing something good because you're a part of their party. So even if I was in Liberia, I will join a political party for that election if I feel the leader is good. But I'm not gonna tell you that I will commit to your party if the next standard bearer is not good enough. It's because at the end of the day, it's about Liberia. It's not about the party. So, and how you know is you give other people chance to talk to you. Give this leader chance. Give other people chance to talk about why they are voting for other people, and do that with open mind. Even if you disagree with them, listen to them and see what they have to say. Maybe they're saying something that you are not saying. But the whole fighting in Liberia, when you're talking politics with people, my man, move for him, man. What you know? That man there, he nothing. Is that how? What are you learning from that person? Yeah. So for me, that's just what I wanted to say. But I've been sitting here for now, and it's been almost 2 hours, and I just want to go now. I just want to say thank you to everybody who been watching this live. This was a last minute thing. I didn't plan this ahead of time. I'm gonna try my best with my busy schedule to still do some live video. Thank you to all these people who get involved in the comment, especially my sister, Creative Lifestyle and Prophetic Prophetic Dreams. Thank you so much for getting involved in this, and thank you so much for everybody who's been watching. I really appreciate you. I got to go.